Hey guys, Kurt here, and I've got my friend Kelsey Franks here. If you haven't already subscribed to her channel, you should definitely fucking do that right now. Every time I watch one of her videos, it's like I see little Yoda ears growing out of her head. I could just sit there and just listen to you talk all day long. So there's a link, by the way, in the description box below. If you guys want to subscribe to her channel, it's simply Kelsey Franks on YouTube. And you can also find her on Instagram. She's a genius. We were just talking about a conversation she had with one of her people. And I said, well, shoot, let's just make a video about that.
Yeah, so let's do it. So basically, my guides came through with a lot of like downloads for the twin flames. I think it's for the energy that's happening right now with the twin flames. And the full moon's coming up. We've had all of this solar activity. I think everyone is just, ready to pop. So they're looking for solutions. They're looking to feel better, to feel that ease so they can just be back in alignment. So anyways, back to these downloads. The first thing that they had come through was that when it comes to detachment, because that's what most people who are trying to research how to come out of this rut that they're in the twin flame journey, is they come to the point where they realize it's about detachment. I think we all get to that point. And what they were saying is that detachment isn't something that's like a checklist of things to do in order to reach union or reach this expectation that you want to happen, which is something you need to detach from as well, that expectation. It's something that's naturally gonna happen when you start doing the work. The work is meditation. The work is like trying to purge these programs that you have within yourself, because when you do that, obviously your twin will organically do that themselves, and you will organically come into union, organically attach. Maybe you're never supposed to be in union in this lifetime. It doesn't matter, because if you detach, it won't matter either way, because the love is within yourself.
Right. You don't care about the outcome. And I like how you put it, because it's like people are looking for a set of instructions to check off. So here's my detachment list. And the ironic thing about that is, and I just did a video about this called The Ego and Its Struggle to Survive. And it's even like staying in the whole twin flame template is part of the problem even. It's a weird paradox, because you're trying to figure out how to detach. Well, you're focusing all your energy on an end result, on an outcome, on how do I get into union.
Yeah.
Which there's another video that go ahead.
It's also attachment to the label of the twin flames. So if you want to detach, the best thing you could do is stop calling your twin. Call them your friend. Make this
their name
within yourself. Like, just say goodbye. Say goodbye. Write them a letter if you have to, and not give it to them. Say goodbye to your twin. Treat them as a friend. If you have to see them in a day-to-day basis, treat them as a friend. Be polite. Never reach out. If they reach out to you, be polite as you would to somebody who is your friend, but not like somebody you talk to on a regular basis. Just treat them that way, so then they become that way in your head. It's a belief system. You have to retrain your brain. Also, meditation is everything. Meditation is so important. When my life really started to change is when I did a 30-day meditation challenge. So I would wake up about 20 minutes before I would normally wake up, and I would force myself to meditate, because I was that person that was like almost like I was forcing myself. It will get to the point where you'll want to do it because it'll feel so good.
Yeah.
You'll really feel that connection.
I remember that. Yeah. I went through that whole thing too. I had to make myself do it. And then it was only 3 or 4 days, and I was like, this is so good. I got to keep doing this.
And you're getting the answers you need. You don't even need to seek external validation on YouTube, because everything is coming to you organically. Like, you have to look at another YouTube video again. But it's cool because your guides can bring you YouTube videos and stuff. But that was just an example. But the point of it is when you meditate, all the answers you're trying to look for, like counselors to tell you or teachers or whatever, it's going to come to you naturally. It's just your guides are going to bring them to you.
And here's the thing about meditation that a lot of people miss. It's not just sitting quietly in a chair with your eyes closed. The thing is, you're trying to get out of your head. This is why I push Eckhart Tolle so hard. And there's other teachers that bring the same message he does. He's just well known, and he actually is a very eloquent speaker. He's very good. But it's letting go of the mental chatter that's going on. You can't necessarily stop it. I mean, maybe in a sense you are stopping it. It's not really that you're trying to control it or make it slow down or stop. It's that you're getting off that bus. You're jumping off the mental bus, off the brain chatter. You're practicing presence when you meditate. Meditation is practicing presence, staying in the moment. That's why when you read about how to meditate, like if you go on Google and just type it in, you're going to get all kinds of generalities. And people don't understand the philosophy behind the generalities. The generalities tell you things like, here's a mantra. Well, the mantra is to keep you from staying out of the mental chatter. Or breathe, that's to keep you from staying out of the mental chatter. Or feel your body, look at your surroundings. Yeah, that's to keep you from staying out of the mental chatter. Exactly. It's all about getting out of your mind and existing in this moment where you're sitting in your chair quietly. Feel your body from the inside. Feel yourself breathing. Feel the air touching your skin. Even if there's not like the air conditioning running, just, you know what I mean? Feel your surroundings. Look at the room around you. Stay present. Stay present. That's meditation, and that's the piece that a lot of people miss.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of people try, but it doesn't kind of work out. You know, when you first started meditating, it took a few times before you were actually like detached space. And I'm glad you mentioned different techniques, because you mentioned the air conditioner, because Abraham Hicks, I used to hear her say that. And that's how I started out meditating, was focusing on the sound of the refrigerator or the air conditioner. It works so well. Also, you can get free guided meditations online. Like, there's
I was just going to say music. There's an artist that I love, and I give links to YouTube videos to all my students, and it's an artist called Ishq, ISHQ, and I believe they're from India. And I'm telling you, you listen to any one of their songs, and it sounds like meditation, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I'll listen to that and I just stare out the window. That's what I do in the morning with my coffee for like 30 minutes, and I don't do anything else. There's work that needs to be done. It'll be there. It'll be there. Just be in that place for just 20 or 30 minutes every day. And you'll be amazed at how much your consciousness will shift, and the messages that you receive.
Oh, yeah.
And the sense of calm that just like washes over your whole life. It's like exercising. You just do it for like 30 minutes, maybe a couple times a day. That's it.
You make it a habit too. And you'll want to do it, because once you see the results, and you got to get out of your own way. Like, when your guides give you a message, not even in meditation, like, don't brush things off. If you think that's what it could have been, it probably was.
Probably. You know what I mean? Right. That's the thing, is it's like the first thought that you had. You don't judge it. Even if it sounds like something strange to you, it's very well a message. And the whole thing about meditating, guys, the whole reason we're talking about this with such intent is because that's how you start detaching. And I tell this to people all the time. To detach from your twin flame is to detach from your mind. That's where the attachment is. That's where the polarization is. That's what's keeping you separated. And just think about it, like the obsessive thinking that people have when the dark night of the soul is triggered right after the bubble love phase. That's the whole thing, is you're being shown what the problem is. You got to get out of your ego to detach from your twin flame. You get off that train, you get off that bus. And one of the fastest ways you can do that is to retrain yourself to stay present, to practice inner peace. And that's the strange thing. You hear this all the time, like, really, the twin flame journey is a personal spiritual journey. You hear people say this all the time. You have to go within. You have to go within. And meditation is one facet, but it's a big one. It's a big one.
Huge. And something just came in, and that is that meditation can happen in different ways other than sitting quietly with yourself. So for instance, me, when I'm doing the dishes, cleaning the house, working out at the gym, painting, whatever, I receive so many downloads because I'm myself driving. Yes. With myself, I'm in the receiving mode, and I'm allowing that, like, I'm just letting it come in. And it can be so distracting. For me, it's easy. I'm an introvert. So I've always been with myself.
Me too.
For example, my twin, but I like to call him my boyfriend, but just so you guys know, he is that, but it doesn't even matter. He's very social. So for him, it's like he has to remind himself to be by himself, because if not, he's distracted by everything around him. When you're so busy, you're distracted. Like, you have to have those moments with yourself. If you don't have those moments with yourself, and you're always distracting yourself because you don't want to think about your twin or something like that, so you're just hanging out with people all the time and you never have that alone time, like, that alone time is doing the work. Even if you're just doing the dishes and being with yourself, that's part of doing the work too.
And that's how you shift energetically. You can go down the detachment checklist, and you should do those things.
Yeah.
But that's only 10% of the puzzle. That's kind of just getting the process kick-started to get you out of the addictive habits of obsessing over your twin flame. The rest of the work is this, is living a meditative lifestyle. Day in, day out.
Yeah.
It's not just what you do in the morning. Although in the morning or at night, after or before bed, I do both.
Yeah.
It's a much more focused, intense period of time. But like you just said, doing the dishes, anything. And I believe how we started this whole discussion today was, it's a whole lifestyle. It's the whole spiritual lifestyle, going within, doing things for you now, living your life for you, realizing that you were meant for greatness and doing great things. And that doesn't mean you have to go out and, I don't know, save the world. It could just be, I don't know, like getting closer to your family, or doing your hobbies, or whatever it is. Whatever it is.
Exactly. It's just building this relationship with yourself. And earlier, before we turned the camera on, we were talking about like connecting with our guides and stuff. And I think this is so relevant right now, because like when you're in this, coming into this experience and this journey with the twin flame, that's when you're starting to come online. That's when you're starting to figure yourself out. Like, what are my gifts? Which gifts am I going to receive first? You know, we can have every gift out there. Our potential is limitless and infinite. And we have to believe that, though, because we're bred in a culture of insecurity. Yes. So that belief is everything. So the best way you can do the work is start to be conscious of your belief systems that don't resonate with who you really are, and start to pick them apart and release them. What do you think?
I don't remember where I saw this, but somebody, I have it written down here, or I have it on my phone. Hold on a second. Somebody, they used a colloquialism, and I heard them say this, and I was like, yes, that's it. That's a great way to explain it. Oh, here it is. Most people are on autopilot. You can't change a belief unless you recognize it's there. You can't change a pattern unless you see that it's there. Most people are going through their life unconsciously on autopilot. And that's key. That's the first thing, is you have to actually be looking at what your story is, at what the beliefs are, and you interrupt them.
Be open to change. Like, our
change it.
Locked off.
And your mind could be going on and on and on with all these limiting beliefs, and you separate yourself from it. You look at it and you just go, how do you know that shit? You don't know if that's true. This is bad, bad, bad. All these bad things are going to happen. Well, how the fuck do you know that? What do you see the future?
Right. But people are scared to have that conversation because it's awkward at first. It is awkward.
It seems kind of weird, because it's like, well, I'm talking to myself. Well, not quite.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what you is, okay?
That makes you think it's awkward.
Yes.
Because once you really
feel
it's not awkward at all.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
say that again. Say that again. I think the audio might have cut out. I want people to hear that.
it's a belief system that makes you think it's awkward.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's all it is. And that's all anything that's blocking us from our higher self is. It's a belief system that we have to first be conscious of. Just like you said in that quote, you can't fix a problem you don't even know the problem exists.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the first thing in AA, right? Admitting
Yep.
that problem.
Right. Admitting that you have an alcohol problem.
Right.
And to dovetail in with this, the law of attraction, why and how it works, it's that the universe reflects back to you what's in here. And it's because you are the universe.
Yes.
You're not separate from the universe.
Exactly.
You just have to align yourself with that. And I see people all the time going, well, how do I get the law of attraction to start working for me? It is.
It is.
It already is.
Always.
Already reflecting your own beliefs back to you. You just have to interrupt that story and change your beliefs.
Exactly. The story you're telling is what you're going to get back. So if you keep talking about the past or things that are bothering you, you will continue to get things that bother you or things that are similar situations that happened in your past, which is why we repeat cycles until we learn the lesson, become conscious of the lesson, so we can even get into the space where we can make changes.
And I want to point this out to people too, just because I don't want people to see this portion of the video and go, oh, here we go with more hippy dippy, flaky law of attraction bullshit that I don't know if, because it sounds like magic. Wait a minute. Every single one of you watching this video is probably on a twin flame journey. Okay? Listen to this. And I just did a video about this a few weeks ago. When you're in that dark night of the soul and you're having the obsessive thinking, you got to remember that at that time, your energy was off the charts. Like the amount of energy that you're spewing out into the universe about your twin flame it's unparalleled. Like you've never generated that intensity and quantity of energy about any one thing in your whole life, okay? And it just so happened to be about this person. What else was happening at that time? Weren't you seeing signs and numbers and synchronicities, and you're seeing their name everywhere, and you're seeing their car everywhere, and here's more numbers, and then like just weird thing. It happened to me. It happened to me. It happens to everybody who's in that place of dark night of the soul. Like weird synchronicities happen that bring things together that remind you of them, and you guys know what we're talking about. And it was happening while you're throwing off those intense thoughts about this person. So there you go, right there. Your twin flame just showed you something huge about creation. It's true. You create your reality with your beliefs, with your thoughts. Your energy travels out into the universe and it comes back to you in the form of your physical reality. It's not just flaky, hippy dippy talk. You were shown that this is real. You really have the power to manifest your reality with your beliefs. That's crazy, but that's awesome.
Awesome. And that's the thing. You could see it in everyday life, though. Like, this is universal law. It's as true as the law of gravity. Like, if you see you have a family member who's always gossiping and complaining and all that stuff, well, who are they talking to? People who gossip and complain, because whatever you put out is what you get back. They attract drama into their life. It's very easy to point out in any situation how the law of attraction is working for anyone. It's not, I don't know, like, to me, it's past the point of being hippy dippy anymore because it's so obvious.
It's so obvious to me. But here's the thing. We are awakened. And the only thing about being awakened is that's not a snooty like, oh, we are awakened. No, we just, let me read that again. All we're doing is we turned off the autopilot. We just saw the patterns. We just recognized that this process is going on.
Yes.
That's all we did. We're not special. You can do it too. And you should.
Exactly.
Especially if you're in a twin flame situation. And recognize you can be with your twin flame if you want to. Look at your own self-talk about it.
Yeah.
Now, detaching is very important, but I guess the thing is, what you need to detach from is outcome. And any law of attraction teacher is going to tell you that anyway. Just accept
Yep.
what is. You can't do anything about your life if you don't accept what is instead of rejecting it. So you just got to look at the situation with your twin flame and go, we're not physically together. We work together maybe, and I'm just going to keep it professional instead of chasing them. I'm just going to accept that things are the way they are, and I'm just going to move on. That's what I'm going to do. I don't have to believe that we won't be together, and I don't have to believe that we or think or worry about if we will be together. I'm not, it's not either of those. I'm not looking at an outcome, that's all. I'm just going to trust the universe and trust this process.
There's so many people that I think the universe does it on purpose, that either work with their twin flames or they have to see them on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
This is so intentional because you have
It
to
is.
be able to friend zone them. You have to be able to just be like, this is my friend. Don't even use the label twin flame. Yeah, maybe deep down your soul, you know that they're your twin, but you have to, that belief system, just like we were talking, you have to pick it apart.
It's all about taking your focus off the physical person anyway. That energy is what pushes your twin flame away. I mean, that's twin flame 101 right there.
Yep.
If you want to manifest your twin flame, they are your soul. Well, I guess you got to focus on your soul. That's why we're sitting here talking about you got to live your life for you. And your soul accepts what is, by the way. Don't you know? Because your soul is what is. Your soul is the universe.
Yeah.
All these things all come together. Everything that we're talking about on this video, you guys should really go back and rewatch it again, because you're going to watch it a second time and I get it. This all fits together, all this stuff.
Yeah, you just have to have that nonchalant attitude. Once you get in like consistent alignment, it's just like, this situation is what it is. It doesn't matter because I'm good anyways. The only thing I have right now is this moment. This moment right now.
You just accept it.
Yeah.
The situation is the way it is, and I don't care about the outcome.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's why we say, to resonate with your soul is you're going to live your best life no matter what. What else would your soul want you to do?
Yeah. And be open to a million different outcomes, because there's a million ways your life could play out. And guess what? If you do the work and your twin maybe didn't do the work, the universe is going to send you someone that's giving you the same love that you give yourself.
That actually happens to a lot of my, what's that?
I was going to say, if your twin's not loving you in the way that you want to be loved, it's probably because you're not loving you in the way that you need to be loved. So work on yourself, and your twin will evolve with you.
You got to stop focusing on the person, the physical person. You got to focus on the real twin flame, which is in here. And I tell this to everybody, the twin flame journey is really just the true spiritual journey. Yeah. Soul just wants you to pay attention to it. Your twin flame is your soul. It just wants your attention. That's the paradox.
Well, the divine masculine and the divine feminine is within you. The balance is within you. It's not even separate people. That's just some external way of explaining it. But at the end of the day, it's what's in here.
God wants you to stop focusing on the 3D illusions. Stop looking at, and this is why also, and we use the word separation in quotations whenever I believe you and I use that word, because ultimately we know that there is no separation. It's an illusion.
3D separation. That's what we should say.
3D separation, right. And that's not even true. That's just, we're trying to have a conversation.
You have to put it in place to understand it.
Right. You stop looking at physical forms. You start looking at, instead of physical, you're looking at the ether. Yeah. You're looking at the soul. You're looking at your connectedness to the universe. And you start to let go of physical forms. And again, this is something that law of attraction teachers talk about all the time. To focus on the universe in here, because whatever's out there is connected to what's in here. And that's how you manifest.
Yeah. There was a video I was watching. I don't know if you know Simone Ascending. She's
I love her to death.
love her. Okay.
She's one of my mentors,
Really?
actually. She's amazing. Everybody should go subscribe to her channel too, by the way. She's awesome.
We'll have to find this video because I watched a video that she made on detachment, and she talked about this exercise she did where she objects.
Right.
And like,
could I live without this spatula?
The spatula, her phone, could I live without this?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she asked herself about each object. And then she took it deeper, and she took, like, if her mom passed, could she be okay? That was the question. Could she be okay? And she's like, the answer is yes, because now she's to the point in her journey where she understands, first of all, she's still connected to her mother, that she is going to be okay. She's going to go on life because, you know, for all the reasons, that internal love, all that kind of stuff. And then you take it to your twin. Are you going to be okay? Mm-hmm. Of course you are. If you never see them again, of course you are. Mm-hmm. Of course. And then detach and be open to all possibilities that could happen for you, mm-hmm. whether it's with your twin or with a soulmate or by yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, I just love that. We're going to have to find the link to that video and put it below. Maybe
we should do a video with her.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
She's badass.
She is.
She's badass. Well, I think we've covered everything on this topic. Is there anything else that we left out?
I think that's good. You don't want to make the video too long?
I think we're good. And, you know, again, guys, I'm telling you, like, when we go off about these deep topics, you should watch the video twice. It's like watching a movie. Like, if you've ever seen that movie Fight Club or Vanilla Sky or one of those mind bender types of movies, you gotta watch it twice or even 3 times because you're gonna pick up new stuff.
Yep.
When you watch it. So do that. Well, thank you very much for watching, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
We will see you next time.